Here.
Yes, sir.
Acha, we'll be interviewing Manya right now, so this is relevant for you also, huh?
Sure, sir.
So you can also ask her any questions, whatever you feel based on her answers.
Okay, sir.
Chalo. Just a minute. Yeah, okay, Manya, you're ready?
I'm ready.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Anya Agrawal. I've been selected for I'll say the program name. What else do I say?
जो बोलना है वही बोलो.
अच्छा ठीक है. I'm Anya Agrawal. I live in Delhi. I'm 17 years old. I study in DPS Arkipuram.
Carry on. Assume that I don't know anything about it.
Okay. I like to dance. I like swimming as a sport.
Tell us
What
something.
else?
Family.
Okay, so I live in a joint family. I live with my parents, my brother, and my grandfather.
Tell us something about them.
Okay, so my mom's a homemaker. My dad works at a job. My grandfather has a small family business, I would say.
Which course do you want to join?
I want to join the law program for IIM Rohtak.
Why law?
So this course has been up and coming in India. I think it will just grow for the years to come. It's a very interesting and enticing opportunity for me, and I would really like to be a part of it.
So did you appear for CLAT?
No, I did not appear for CLAT, but I did appear for the IPMAT test that was held by IIM Rohtak, for which I have been shortlisted for the law program.
If you are interested in law, then you should have appeared for CLAT, na?
I should have, yes. But I did not see it as my main goal. But now that now that I've researched about it, I do realize that it is an up and coming opportunity and an up and coming course.
So which is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject used to be accounts till in 11th and 12th. Before that, it was French.
In accounts, you have debit credit, right?
Right.
So why is debit called debit and credit called credit?
I don't know. I frankly don't know. These are just these are things that have been passed upon us. I don't ask why my name is Manya. I haven't asked myself the question why debit is called debit and credit is called credit.
What is the meaning of Manya?
Manya is somebody who respects her elders.
So there is certain meaning to Manya, right? Even though you don't ask about it. Similarly, there must in debit and credit are words in English, right?
Right.
So why we use debit credit? We can use plus minus also, na? So why we use debit and credit?
I think it is because of formal definitions given to different fields and subjects. That is why plus has been called as credit and minus has been called as debit in accounting, in accountancy.
In there are certain accounting conventions, right?
Right.
Can you tell us about a few of them?
Accounting standards, or I don't understand the question here.
No, there are certain accounting concepts, right? You have learned accounts from class 9 onwards, I think.
11th.
11. So there are certain accounting concepts. So are you aware of those?
Those were taught in I presume the concepts you're talking about, these were taught in the traditional methods. My school adopted a modern method of accountancy which deals with assets, liabilities, assets, liabilities, expenses, and revenue. That is what our concepts were. I believe you're saying that debit what comes,
You,
credit what comes in, and debit what goes out.
those are golden rules of accounting. I'm not talking about golden rules. I'm talking about accounting conventions and concepts. Conventions, accounting conventions, concepts. You haven't heard of this term?
Not really, no.
So if I say going concern concept, what does it mean to you? If I say accounting, in accounting we follow going concern concept, what does it mean?
Oh, okay. What I believe going concern concept is that a business is. I actually don't know what going concern is, but I do relate something. I do understand what you're trying to say now. One accounting convention I would say is matching principle is that all revenues and expenses are to be matched. So that is one matching principle I know about.
So what are the other principles? Tell me few of them at least.
Um, okay, so accountancy revolves around accrual system of
No, no,
you know,
just name the conventions. Few of them.
I
There are, I think there are 10 of them. You at least mentioned two, three of them.
I don't remember any as such right now.
What is period concept?
I'm not aware of that.
Is the difference between revenue and capital?
Revenue is what a business earns through its operations, and capital is what its partners or shareholders have invested in in the business.
So if I have an old machinery and
Hmm.
if I sell it,
Hmm.
so it will be a revenue income or capital income.
Capital income. It is not a daily revenue. Not a Yeah. So it will be a capital revenue.
But you just now said that what the firm earns is its revenue, right?
Right.
So here also the firm is earning something by selling the old machinery, right?
Right.
So how does it become? So it should be revenue as per you.
No, it should be okay. My bad. I didn't clarify. The amount the company earns through its daily operations is revenue. Not capital revenue. It is normal revenue, and what it earns through not daily transactions is capital revenue.
Hmm. Okay, suppose you started a pawn shop.
Hmm.
Then what all things will come under capital expenditure and what all will come under revenue expenditure?
Capital expenditure would be investing in tables, investing in lights that I have to put up in my pawn shop. Revenue expenditure will be giving out cash for the things that are sold by people to us in the pawn shop.
For example,
Somebody brings in an antique, so the cash given by us to for that will be capital expense.
what brings in antique,
Antique, yes, yes. That's a pawn shop, right?
pan, not pawn.
Oh, sorry, pawn shop. Okay, I got the concept wrong. So, my revenue expenditure, sorry, not revenue. My expenditure would be on daily electricity bills, but my capital expenditure is when I buy those lights to put up in my shop,
Okay. So you are saying that law is an upcoming field,
right?
but law has been in existence for a long time. We have Indian Contract Act 1872, which is more than 200 years, more than 120 years old, 150 years probably. No,
Mm-hmm.
it is an upcoming field.
I say that because India is moving towards a more entrepreneurial culture. Lawyers have been existent, law has been existent for a long time in our country, but we have just started to fully utilize that potential. I would say companies, startups are growing day by day, and they do need legal representation, which is why I say law is an upcoming course. It is certainly an old one, but it is more up and coming because of the way that India is progressing right now.
Which particular fields in law are the upcoming areas?
Um, Corporate law, I would say.
What about intellectual property?
Intellectual property is one that is gaining importance right now. That too.
What is that? What is intellectual property?
Right. So when somebody is credited with an innovation, they have the right to buy patents for that so that somebody else does not steal the same concept, the same idea, the same innovation. So I believe that is intellectual property, and gaining patents for that is basically intellect. It's not in physical format, so innovation can be tangible and intangible. But patents which are given to intangible innovations are intellectual properties.
Any difference between patent and copyright?
Um, I am not sure of the difference. I know there is some difference, but I'm not sure of the proper definition and the meaning behind it.
You have a BBA interview on Tuesday, right? On Monday.
My law interview is tomorrow.
And the BBA is day after.
Yeah,
Can I ask you from BBA perspective?
sure.
So why BBA?
Well, I would say BBA is not an up. It has been there for quite a while, but I feel like to gain a more extensive knowledge while pursuing MBA, having a background in BBA is equally important, which is why I feel like I should pursue BBA and then MBA.
So why MBA?
And in today's world, I think a master's in bachelor's administration degree is valued more than anything. People and corporate jobs, everybody is looking for people who are qualified in MBA. So that is my approach for going for MBA.
So why Symbiosis?
The Symbiosis is a very reputed institution. It has been around for a long period of time now. My family, especially my grandfather, as I have said before, is equally aware of this institution. It's not like it's one of it is not recently established. It has created a name for it certainly. So I want to go for a very reputed and an esteemed institution like Symbiosis itself.
And what do you want to do after MBA?
Um, my job would be to look for something in that field itself.
Which field? There are different
Okay,
specializations.
I want to pursue MBA in finance.
MBA in finance. So do you have some idea? Have you done time value of money?
No,
You haven't studied time value of money in your accounts.
not really. No,
Net present value, internal rate of return. You are not aware of these.
I'm not. I don't think you're audible. Just a second. Can you say something again, please?
Net present value, internal rate of return. These concepts have you heard about?
Not really. Not really.
And you have done financial management, some part of it in 11, 12.
In accountancy,
Yeah, accountancy or otherwise.
I'm not sure what you're referring to right now. We had a very restricted syllabus in my accountancy and business studies. If that's what's being asked, I don't think I especially went out of the way to study financial management.
And what have you done economics?
Hmm. Yes, I have.
Which is the Central Bank of India?
RBI.
What is the role of RBI?
RBI plays a lot of roles. It can be banked with the government. It is regulating the monetary policies of the country itself. It also acts as an advisor to the government. It controls the money supply in the economy. It plays a lot of roles.
And do you have some idea what is CRR and SLR?
Yes, I do have an idea. CRR is basically the central reserve ratio, and SLR is the statutory liquidity ratio. Sorry. So central reserve ratio is basically the amount of money that banks are required to keep with the RBI, the minimum amount of its deposits, and statutory liquidity ratio is the amount of money, the minimum amount of money that banks are required to keep for themselves uh, in case the depositors do ask for their money.
Is the central reserve ratio or cash reserve ratio?
It's cash reserve ratio. I made a mistake, my bad.
The bank has to keep that money with RBI.
Hmm.
What's the purpose?
Um, to it can be to control or increase money supply in the economy. Uh, that's about it, yes. Because it basically the RBI asks banks to keep the money with RBI to meet any contingencies in demand or maybe any emergencies.
What kind of contingency or emergency?
Okay, so in case of a national emergency, in case of a national disaster, if depositors do come and ask for their money, and the banks are not able to provide for that, they will be given that money through some regulations of the RBI. I also believe it's through because the RBI acts as a lender of last resort to banks. So if in some cases a bank is in desperate need of money, they can approach the RBI, and the RBI does give loans to the banks from that money that is being kept.
So it won't be a loan, it's the bank's own money that the RBI is giving it.
It's the pool of money that all the banks in the country have contributed to, from which the loan is being given out to one bank, to one
And
specific bank.
SLR, you said that the bank keeps with itself.
Yes.
How does it keep it? In what?
In liquid, I mean in cash.
In cash.
In cash, yes, because it has to keep it liquid.
Hmm.
In cash and gold, I presume.
Hmm. And what are you passionate about in life apart from studies? You said dancing.
Yes, dance. I did pursue classical dance at a very young age. So that is what
So
I'm passionate
how
about.
long did you study dancing?
Sorry?
How long did you learn dancing formally?
I learned dancing for about 4 years.
When was that?
It was from, I think, 11 to 15 years of age.
So in class 11 and 12, what kind of extracurriculars have you had in school?
I was when I was in 11th, the COVID was still going on, so I did not have a lot of extracurricular activity. And as soon as I stepped foot in 12th, I was just overburdened with a lot of academic work. So I was not really able to pursue any extracurricular activities.
But weren't you the head of some club in your school?
I was the head of the accountancy club in my school, but and we did hold one event once, but it was certainly very hard to manage that and my academics as well.
So you didn't do much in that role.
I did. We did have one event, but that's what we did about the whole year. Just one magazine and one event.
What was the event?
So the event was called Comic Pizza. In that event, all the clubs in commerce had their events. So in accountancy, I was the vice president of the accountancy club. We had a stand-up comedy and a treasure hunt, which was related to accountancy. We had an online event for people who had to present candidates of different schools had to present a 2 minute sketch on a topic that was provided to them, which were related to accountancy terms. And then we had a treasure hunt, which covered a lot of wide areas, general knowledge, and there was also an assessment of basic accountancy problems, which we have covered in 12th.
Where are you from basically?
I'm from Delhi. I've been born and brought up in Delhi.
No, your ancestral place?
So my grandfather is from Allahabad. My dad was born there, but he eventually shifted to Delhi. My mom has been born and brought up in Delhi too.
So tell us some good things about Allahabad and some bad things.
Okay, I would say I'm very inexperienced about this because I have not visited Allahabad a lot of times. But I do know that the food there is really good. There's a system of 8 or 9 people living together in Allahabad, which I quite like. Some bad things would be the littering that everybody does. Uh, and one more thing is that people are not quite open-minded in small cities like Allahabad than are in metropolitan cities like Delhi.
Can you tell us some monuments in Allahabad or some places we can visit in Allahabad?
I'm not sure if I do remember anything.
So what are your options for BBA right now?
Symbiosis. That's the only institute I do want to be joining in MBA.
So you have not appeared for I am Indore IPMAT or I am Rohtak IPMAT
I
or I am
have
Raj.
appeared for IPMAT, but I was not shortlisted for their MBA programs.
And how is the preparation for I am Indore?
My preparation is going strong.
What about CUET?
See, I did appear for CUET. I'm just awaiting the results right now. I had my exam dates on 29th and 7th June, sorry.
So priority wise, what is your priority? CUET based colleges in Delhi or CUT based colleges in Bombay or I am Indore or I am Rohtak or Symbiosis? Can you list out priority wise?
Should I be honest?
Yeah, obviously. Why not?
Acha, okay. So I do want to. My main focus is getting in colleges through CUET in Delhi first. Then I will want to pursue it in Mumbai. Then if I do get a good score and if I am shortlisted for IIM Indore, I will obviously want to pursue an MBA course there. But symbiosis is there in my priority list too.
But if you get into I am Indore, why do you want to go to a DU college? If you're going straight away for BBA MBA combination, and I am Indore is very reputed. So why do you want to go through first Delhi University and then again sit for CAT and then try for MBA?
I want to keep my options open. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get shortlisted for the indoor program, which is why I just said that
Yeah, but
CUET.
I asked about your priority now in order of
Yes,
preference.
so
Why before CUET?
it is actually the first CUET.
So should we know anything else about you that will help you crack symbiosis?
I would like to list out some qualities of mine that I think will make a good case for myself. I am a good leader. I lead by example. I am strong-minded. I am intelligent, I would say, because I got shortlisted for this program. Um, I do know how
And
to speak my.
can I ask you a few questions from maths?
Sure.
If a to the power b is 37, a to the
Hmm.
power b is 37, then
Right.
give me some integral values of a and b that satisfy a to the power b is 37.
A to the power B is 37. Well, A can be some integral values, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I'm not sure if there are any integral values for A and B.
You said you are a good leader, but you said you didn't do anything as the leader of that group in school, no?
No, I did. I did hold an event, which I just described, but that was the event. That was the only event that we did hold.
Why
I
did you
was
stop dancing?
um. There were various reasons. I would say I just stopped.
Mm.
There was no future in me pursuing dancing, which is why I decided to drop out.
But you haven't done anything else also, na, apart from academics.
I have, yes, I have completed an abacus degree. I graduated from that course. So abacus is basically a mental mathematic course,
Mm.
which strengthens your basics.
So how much is 35 square?
12, 1,225.
And 81 square?
I'm not sure of that answer actually.
So like, do you have interview still on, huh? Do you have anything to ask from us?
Uh, Not really. No.
Mm. Okay, now the interview is over. You did
Huh.
reasonably okay, but not very good, I would say. So
Hmm.
I have sent you all the answers. Why MBA, why this institute.
हाँ, you sent me that, but वो मेरे को MBA का था, so I was very confused कि मैं क्या बोलूँ law वॉ के लिए.
हाँ, तो लॉ का नहीं, मैंने एमबीए के टाइम पूछा था क्वेश्चन, बीबीए देन वाई एमबीए, तो मैंने तो वाई
हाँ.
एमबीए पूछा था ना वो।
सर
हाँ.
हाँ बोलो विवेक।
हम पूछ सकते हैं? दो 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 दिमाग में है।
हाँ पूछो।
Okay, Manya, like you said that you want to do MBA in finance, and I believe that doing MBA you can do it from any coming from any field like engineering or something else. So, since you wanted to do MBA in finance, why are you choosing BBA and not doing a course like CA or BCom, which is more accountancy centric, and why BBA then?
MBA is just an extension of BBA, I believe. I want to, as I said earlier, I want to gain an extensive knowledge in MBA with a background in BBA because I think it will help my case. It will add to my knowledge. It will help me understand my concepts better, which is why I want to pursue BBA and then MBA.
Okay, and like according to you, in the species that is there in our environment, are the female species more beautiful or the men species more beautiful? Keeping
I
all the
wouldn't
animals,
say
mammals, and everything in consideration.
right. I would say both of these species have, the genders in both of the in all these species have different qualities. I can't define one as more beautiful
No,
than
if
the
you have to
other.
choose something in generic, which one would you choose?
I would choose the female species because being a woman myself, I know and having good female friendships, I know the inner qualities that women possess, and I mean that is why I would choose the female
So,
species over the
so then,
male.
according to your logic, do you believe that peahen is more beautiful than peacock?
See, that is what I said, that it is not really fair for me to generalize every gender and their species because yes, peacocks are more beautiful and more attractive than peahens. Uh, every gender has their own advantages in every species. It's not okay or fair for me to generalize them and put them into one category and say that they are more beautiful or they are more they are uglier.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me two good things about TPS Arkepuram.
DPS Arkipuram has helped me gain a lot of knowledge. It has opened my doors. It has, you know, made me more courageous. It's extensive learning format and helping us as students. gain experience in every field has certainly helped me, and I would say these are the two good things about DPS Archipuram.
And two things which it can improve on.
Two good things which it can improve on, yes. I feel like there's a lot of population in DPS Archipuram, and the opportunities are just the same as every school. I would certainly ask them in the coming years to improve and increase the number of opportunities that they give their students in different competition, different events. Another thing is, I would say, how it treats its teachers, because I feel like the staff is demotivated a lot of times. They want to educate us in the best, our teachers, they want to educate us in the best manner possible. But argue that the perks that are given to them are not really appropriate and they are not fair to them.
Hmm. Fine. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, that was about it.
Hmm. So based on the interview, which are the questions where you need a better answer according to you? And you ask me, I can tell you, help you with those.
Acha, okay. The accountancy ones you asked me, why debit and why debit is called debit and why credit is called credit. I need help in that. I also needed to know about.
Wait. Basically, I give you money, then my account is credited, right?
Hmm.
So I've done something creditable by giving you money, right?
No, no. If you're giving me money, आपके account से debit होगा.
If I'm giving you money, my
Hmm.
account will be debit, na? My account will be credited.
Your account will be debited.
I am giving you money. A gives money to B. What is the entry? A gives 1,000 rupees cash to B. What is the entry?
A to B हो जाएगा ना. In when
उसमें
you
डेबिट
get
व्हाट
your
कम्स इन क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट वाला कॉन्सेप्ट चलेगा. That's why.
So entry क्या होगी इसकी? A gives 1,000 rupees to B. What will be the entry in A's book and what will be the entry in B's book?
in A's book it will be A's capital account debit to cash account 1000 होगा, and in B's book it will be cash account debit to B.
Are you sure?
I am sure. बैंक अकाउंट में भी व्हेन आपके बैंक स्टेटमेंट्स के जो मैसेजेस आते हैं.
Wait. A gives money 1,000 rupees to B. Entry in A's book will be B's account debit to cash, right? So where is A's account coming here? There's just cash account and B's account, na?
हाँ.
Account debit to cash, right?
Hmm.
And in B's account, the entry will be cash account debit to A.
Hmm.
So in B's books, A's account is credited, right?
हाँ.
So you got it all wrong. So A has done something creditable. So B is crediting A and B is getting the money. So A is debiting B, isn't it? Whenever cash is involved, one of the accounts has to be cash account, right?
Right.
So why are you saying A account credit, B account debit? I mean, you said the reverse actually.
No, I meant that in your cash account
I
it will be credit.
don't care what you meant. What I'm saying, is it correct or not?
You are
In,
correct.
then why are you not accepting that? In A's book, it will be B's account debit to cash, isn't it?
Hmm.
So B's account is debited because he's the debtor.
Hmm.
And in B's book, it will be A's account credit to cash account debit to A.
Hmm.
So A's account is credited, right?
Right.
So because A has done something creditable, that's why debit is called debit and credit is called credit.
Okay.
What is the other question?
The concepts, the fundamental concepts of accountancy जैसे वो matching principle था.
That you go through your books of class 11 and 12. Accounting
I will do that. Right. Right.
concepts. See, in your introduction, you have to say, I am Manya Agarwal. I am so many years old. I am
Hmm.
studying in DPS RK Puram. I scored so much marks in class 10, so much marks in 12, and I want to do a BBA from Symbiosis. So I'm here for the interview. My father is a chartered accountant, CFO of a reputed company. My mother is also a chartered accountant, but she is a homemaker. My grandfather, my grandfather worked in a public sector undertaking in a high position, and I'm passionate about dancing.
Okay.
This will be your introduction. Okay. Don't expect them to keep on asking you questions where you will give yes and no answer.
Okay.
When you're going for an interview, you have to sell yourself. They don't know anything about you. Okay. So they will know about you from what you tell them.
Okay.
So I have sent you all these things. Please go over these things very seriously.
Okay.
I've sent you SOPs. I've sent you audio recordings also of why MBA, why this institute, why should you be selected. So you all have to go through all that.
Okay.
Okay. And economics part also was slightly shaky, not very strong on that. CRR is kept by the bank with RBI, around 4% now. So 4% of all deposits the bank has to keep with RBI to meet any contingency. Usually those contingencies are when many people want to withdraw money from the bank at one go, and the bank can borrow from RBI. So that part you are okay, but contingency part you are not okay.
Okay.
SLR is statutory liquidity ratio. That includes CRR, and I think SLR now is 14 to 16%, something like that. So the balance what remains after the cash reserve ratio, that is invested in gold or in RBI bonds or in SBI bonds or other designated bonds. So that in case the bank needs more money, then these are easily liquidatable assets. So it can get that money, and rest of the money that the bank, they can lend out to their borrowers.
Okay.
And for law, convincing them is going to be difficult because you haven't given any other exams. So that is why I had to switch to BBA. Okay.
Okay.
And
But
sir,
what do they say if what do I say if they ask me why you haven't given CLAT or anything?
So there is nothing to say actually because you haven't given CLAT, so you haven't given CLAT. You can't say that. Say that I was thinking about law, but I was focusing more on my BBA preparation, CUET. But since I got this opportunity, I would be very happy if I get admission in the law course also.
Okay.
and sir, what did she make something like that? Starting में she was not at all interested in law, but then after giving all the exams and all, and after researching more, and she can narrate some incident, she can create one story, and because of that incident that took place, she got so much interested in law that she's now willing to change her decision and taking law into consideration, something like that.
People who are interviewing you, they have more experience than what is your age.
Yeah.
So they know when you are telling a story and when you are not.
Okay.
Never ever up your way through an interview.
Okay.
These people will look very simple. They may not look very smart. They may be wearing sneakers, they may be wearing crumpled clothes. So you will feel इसको कुछ नहीं आता है, but it's not a fact.
Okay.
As I said, you have got more experience than what is your age.
Correct.
उसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि तुमने जितना अनाज खाया है उससे ज्यादा तुमने नमक खाया है. तो इसलिए तुम अगर सोचते हो कि तुम उन्हें बेवकूफ बना दोगे, वो पॉसिबल नहीं.
ओके.
जो सच बात है वही बोल. सिंसियरिटी वर्च्यू. Interview, sincerity is always a virtue. We don't have to be 100% honest, but then we should not go thinking that we can make a fool out of the interview. Because if they get a hint that you are trying to bluff your way through, they'll straight away reject you.
Got it.
Even if I can tell you one thing, in CAT, there are maybe 10 to 15 people who get 100%. Okay. But even those people, they are not able to crack all the interviews.
Okay.
Because the the interviewer may that he's not clear about why he's doing this, or he tries to bluff, or he appears overconfident because he has
Got it.
100 time. So they take those kind of people. One thing that an interviewer wants from you, because you are like a kid for them, right? Their own
Yes,
children are your age,
correct.
so they don't want to hear stories from you. They want to see that at least you are sincere and hardworking.
Got it.
So if you get a 70%, for example, in your boards,
Hmm.
or an 80%, and they say that why you got such low scores,
Hmm.
you can't tell them that I didn't study, that is why I got low scores. You have to tell them that I studied very hard, this is the best that I could manage, and I'm happy with it.
Hmm.
अच्छा, okay.
Getting the drift.
Got it.
Got it. Good.
So be very clear about these things. And after IPMAT, I will be taking more frequent interview sessions, because first you have to clear the IP.
Hmm.
Symbiosis won't be that difficult, okay, because people with lesser marks are also getting in, so it should not be that difficult a proposition.
Okay.
But IPMAT won't be that easy to crack. I mean, the interview part, if you get through the written. So for
Hmm.
that, prepare a lot.
Okay. Okay.
What else?
The part where you asked if I had any questions.
In the end, they normally ask this question that, do you want to ask us anything? Then just say that, sir, I'm really interested in joining Symbiosis. But I've heard that the course is very rigorous. So should I sort of revise any particular subjects? Which,
Hmm. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
so that will be required. Okay.
Okay.
Manya, if possible, go over this interview with, and Vivek, you do it with your father, because tomorrow is Sunday,
Yes.
and back from them. Okay.
Hmm.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.